how it hurt me?
Look at the camera. Happy birthday, bitch. Happy birthday.
Happy birthday, Tuck.
Hey, Velasquez, let's pick him up like a fish. I want you trying to hit me in my nuts for you. No. Hey, I want to see his face, too. I want to say. Take the picture. Hurry up, people. Good luck, you're heavy.
اللهم سدد رمينا اللهم سدد رمينا. الله أكبر الله أكبر الله أكبر الله أكبر والعزة للمسلمين. الله أكبر كبيرا والحمد لله كثيرا وسبحان الله بكرة وأصيلا. الله
ما شاء الله ما شاء الله. شوف الباء ما شاء الله ما شاء الله. الله أكبر الله أكبر ما شاء الله. الله أكبر الله أكبر الله أكبر.
This flash memory drive was found after this hammer was blown up. It belongs to a US Army specialist who served in Iraq. In his personal flash drive was a letter he planned to send to his family for the Christmas holidays.
It's Tucker.
This time I got it on video.
Hey, Tucker. Smile. Tucker. Yeah. No, can't have that one. This is quality. Yeah. I'm so glad.
Dear Mom and Dad, I'm so glad I could send you my third Christmas greetings letter, and I hope it finds you in good health. God, I wish I was there with you right now, just sitting around the fireplace, or engaging in conversation as we sit in front of the dinner table around this mouth-watering turkey in this blessed night. And I hope that my letter would get to you in time. And so that you know, all my colleagues over here send their warmest greetings to their parents as well. I'm sure you are wondering whether Lee is all right or not, and how is he managing his third year in Iraq? In fact, my third year over here differs a lot from the previous 2 years, and it's no secret that I'm a bit over my head and just can't concentrate anymore. God, I miss Florida so much. My hometown Sanford, the people, and the shiny beaches of Florida, especially the eastern coast. Do you by any chance know that there's no sea over here? I surely didn't know either. I thought I was going to see clear water and gold sand wherever I turned my head, as that is what I know about the Arab lands, and that's what I saw when I set foot in Kuwait before I joined my unit in Iraq. This brings back the memories of my first days in here. It's been a long time indeed. I remember I was stationed in one of the palaces which belonged to Saddam. I felt like a prince. Everybody did as well. How ironic. Everybody was jumping with joy too. You could see that in the faces of everybody in the palace and at the hotel, which I was transferred to later. Everyone was showing off the souvenirs they'd collected for their trip back home as evidence of their heroic acts in the battlefield, like the helmet of a Republican guard, or the pistol of a high-ranked officer, or a plucked-out portrait from off the palace walls. I remember one reporter that showed me a gilded machine gun, MP5, which he said was one of Saddam's personal belongings, and that he will be offering it for sale in a New York auction after 15 years. He also told me that there are many other priceless pieces now in possession of soldiers and officers, describing the situation as if they found the treasure of Ali Baba. Everything was so easy at first, and it seemed like we did our job too soon. I remember one of the reporters asking me about our tasks back then, and my answer was fairly simple, as our missions were all clean, like guarding ministries and banks from robbers, with the exception of those gilded machine guns and antiquities, and also collecting weapons from the many abandoned military barracks and bases of the ex-Iraqi army. Also the supervision of arms demolishment, vehicle dismantling, and pre-made dumps, and lastly, supervising the training of officers and soldiers of the new security forces. Dear Dad, I always wondered where the American taxpayers' money is spent, and when I came here I immediately knew the answer. However, I don't think all this money would be spent like this if it weren't for the confidence and certainty by the military leadership of their capability of overthrowing Saddam's regime. However, what they did not anticipate was the aftermath of this takeover. On a personal level, I started to sense trouble when unidentified attackers targeted us, and as we spent the rest of the days breaking in houses trying to catch them. During one of these nights, I remember how we broke into a house, and my colleagues Matthew, Perry, and Douglas started smashing the house and hitting the house owner and his young son with the butt of their guns until they both faded, all because they couldn't understand us. As I stood there speechless, only to wake up at the voice of my friend Perry saying, "It seems like the old guy's dead," and eventually we found nothing. And for all that, the attacks against us naturally increased to a level where it became impossible to go out in your vehicle without having your patrol under attack at least once. In light of such incidents, the violence and counter-violence started to erupt, and I admit that we have used excessive force a lot, to a level in which the people started to turn against us, and crimes committed by our soldiers during break-ins started to emerge, such as burglary, harassment,